Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is Close Assault from Yaquinto, a man-to-man game of squad tactics and command in Europe from 1939 through 1945. And they call this one their slipcase games. These are essentially record boxes that they repurposed to use as wargame boxes. That's one of the things Yaquinto's known for. They're a good game company, though. They're no longer around. But I always thought the record boxes were a little bit goofy, but the games are good themselves. So when you open up the record sleeve, here's your map here. Close Assault covers the organization, weapons, and vehicles for 6 different countries: France, Germany, Great Britain, Italy, the USSR, and USA. The squads and their weapons have unique capabilities like their historical counterparts. The soldiers can be standing, crouching, or prone, and each posture affects their vulnerability and line of sight. Depending on the detail you favor, there are rules covering hidden movement, weapon reliability, snipers, morale, individual personal characteristics, leadership, wounds, fire, melee, climbing, jumping, blast effects, cavalry, bicycles, anti-tank guns, grenades, and more. So it sounds like something to compete with Avalon Hill Squad Leader or Advanced Squad Leader. Here's the inside here. This kind of slips out. Alright, so here's the basic rules folder. Basic rules folder is just 4 pages. And it's going over the posture of the units here, such as crouch and so forth, up, mounted, or prone. And it's going over game setup. Alright, it's got a mixed sequence units phase, and then there's the basic game impulse phases. And here it's going over line of sight rules. Here's an effect on stunned and suppressed stuff. Rates of fire. And here's hand grenade spread. And as far as victory conditions, at the conclusion of 4 turns, the players count victory points. Each player gets 1 victory point for each opposing soldier eliminated, and 3 victory points for each of their own surviving soldiers located in the hex on the opposite side of the map board. The location of the map board opposite the player's setup and beyond both map board folds. The winner has the most victory points if both are equal. The game is a draw. And on the back here, it's got a basic game firing chart. Basic game firing modifiers, basic game movement factor expenditure chart. Here's your grenade blast diagram, and showing a rate of fire example, and a grenade spread diagram. And here's your terrain key. So you only have to read 4 pages to play your first game. After that, there'll be more. You can do the advanced rules, which will have more complex stuff. Right, here's a game card. I guess that's what they call them. Now they just call these player aid cards. But leg movement factor expenditure chart, melee chart, fire chart, jumping attempt chart, morale charts, characteristic table, vehicle movement factor expenditure chart, crew loss chart, vehicle rundown soldier, vehicle running down the soldier, just says how to do it, and topple, crush, and smash tables. And here's your firing, blast, and sight modifier chart, movement modifier chart, line of sight chart, hit allocation table, more of the grenade spread and blast diagrams, sighting chart, vehicle machine gun chart, wound tables, cover effects chart, and here's your standard vehicle values chart. See what else they have in here. Here's a vehicle card for the allied vehicles and guns. Axis vehicles and guns are on the other side. And here we have French infantry and support weapons chart. USSR Infantry and Support Weapons chart, USA Infantry and Support Weapons chart, and Great Britain and Support Weapons chart. Here's the advanced rules. We'll get to that in a second. Here's a weapon card, Nazi German Infantry and Support Weapons chart. Fascist Italy Infantry and Support Weapons chart. Boy, there's quite a bit to this game. And here's your character sheets. And over here, some kind of holding box. Here's a second game card for the other player. Looks like it's just a repeat of the first, as I would expect. Let's look at the counters. See, not all the counters are square. Some of the terrain effect ones are shaped as hexagons or groups of hexagons. Here's part of the building and stuff. Here's some smaller counters. And some infantry. Looks like it includes a 10-sided dice. Alright, let's take a quick look at the advanced rules. Alright, so it's got different games set up. And it looks like a different sequence of play. Here it's going into posturing. And now it's going into the impulses for the advanced game. And here's cover rules and stuff. So the advanced rules are about 8 pages, and then there's some optional rules. Looks like you can have multiplayer, which I would assume means more than 2 players. Yeah, quite a bit to this, especially with the optional rules. There's scenario 1 called Meeting Engagements, scenario 2 Hedgerow Attack, scenario 3 Street Fighting, 4 is the Bridge, 5 is Water Barriers, and 6 is Winter Hedgehog. And where's scenario 7? Scenario 7 Desert Raiders. Not sure how you're going to do that on that green map, but... And then scenario 8, Tiger Hunt. Thanks for watching. If you've tried this, definitely chime in and let us know how it is. Have a good evening.